Okay, welcome back for page 6. Okay, you guys, common fractions. Let's start with number 1. I'm again not going to do everything. I'll do the first column. Number 2, I'll do the first column as well. Number 3, the first column. And then number 4, I will do the first 2 columns. Just so that if you didn't understand it when you did the sums and you get everything wrong, that you can go and redo it. So this actually helps you instead of just copying all the answers. Okay. So number 1a says negative 6 and 2 over 4 times 3 divided by 2 and 2 over 4. Find the answers for these sums without using your calculator. Make sure you leave your answers in simplest form. You know what, you guys, before I do number 1, I really want to do number 2 and number 3 first. I think it will help better with number 1. Let's do number 2 first. Number 2a says convert these mixed number fractions into improper fractions in their simplest form. So if I have 6 and 9 over 11, remember we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to say times and plus. So we're going to say 11 times 6 plus 9. 11 times 6 is 66. 66 plus 9 gives you 75. So it gives you 75 over 11. It stays over 11. Remember, my children that I teach, I taught you that the surnames are the bottom, right? So the surname stays the same. So let's look at number E. 15 and 3 over 6. So we're going to times and plus. So it will be 6 times 15 plus 3. 6 times 13 plus 3 gives you 81. So it will be 81 over 6. Yes, it stays the same. And then number I is 6 and 7 over 9. So I'm going to times and plus. So it's going to be 9 times 6 plus 7. 9 times 6 is 54. 54 plus 7, 50, 61 gives you 61 over 9. You guys, they say simplest form. If you put 75 over 100, over 11 on your calculator and you press equal, and it gives you a simpler improper fraction, then you write it down. But it stays 75 over 4. 81 over 6 gives you actually 27 over 2 as its simplest form. And 61 over 9 will stay 61 over 9. Okay, always make sure you write it in its simplest form. Then number 3a. Number 3a says convert these improper fractions into mixed numbers in their simplest form. So 19 over 7. Remember I said to you, you can do this on your calculator. But if you do not have a calculator, we're doing it manually. 7 goes into 19 how many times? If we count in 7, it's 7, 14, 21. 21 is too much. So 7, 14. It goes in 2 times fully, then 14 if we have to count further until 19, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's a remainder of 5 over 7. If not, you press in your calculator. Please make sure you do exactly what I tell you now. You press 19 over 7 and then you press equal. Did you press that? Okay, now leave your answer as that. You will see it gives you 19 over 7. Now press shift and then that SD button that changes fractions to decimals. Press that button now. Okay, do you see that now it gives you 2 and 5 over 7? Make sure that you know exactly how to do it if you're going to do it from your calculator. Number E of number 3 is 48 over 9. If you look at 48 over 9, how many times does 9 go into 48? It will be 9, 18, 27, 36, 40, 45, 45 and 54. So it won't be 6, it will be 4. So 45 will be 5. 45, 46, 47, 48, there's 3 left, 3 over 9. So it will be 5 and 1 over 3. Remember, we can divide with 3 and divide with 3. Then the last one for this one, I will do I. 31 over 9. Again, we count 9, 18, 27, and 36. 36 is too much, so we go back to 27. It's only 3. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 4 over 9. Or you press this in your calculator, shift, press this in your calculator, equals, and then shift and the SD button. Okay, now that we've done that, I think let's somewhat quickly do number 4, because it will be quick, and then we can concentrate on number 1, which is the more valuable question. So number 4, number 4a says 7 over 10 is equal to what over 40? Okay, so remember with fractions, it always works like this. What you do at the top, you do at the bottom, or what you do at the bottom, you do at the top. So what happened from 10 to go to 4? I times with 4. So what I do at the bottom, I have to do at the top. So 7 times 4 gives you 7, 14, it will give you 28. So your answer there is 28. For number B, 36 over 54 gives you 6 over what? What happened from 36 to go to 6? I divided with 6. So here I also have to divide with 6. 54 divided by 6 gives you your 9. So your answer here will be 9. Okay, then number E, 7 over equals to 35 over 100. What happened from 35 to go to 7? 35 going to 7, I divided with 5. So that means 100 to that side, I also have to divide with 5. So it will give me 20. And then the last one there, number F, 81 over 45 equals to what over 5? What happened with 45 to change into 5? I divided with 9. So here I'm also going to have to divide with 9. So it gives me 9 over 5. Okay, so there's number 2, 3, and 4. Now that we have done that, I think number 1 will go a little bit smoother. Okay, so let's start with number 1a. Negative 6 and 2 over 5 times 3 divided by 2 and 2 over 4. Okay, remember, we cannot work with mixed numbers. We have to let them be improper fractions. So we're going to have to times and plus here, times and plus there. So 5 times negative 6 gives you negative 30. Negative 30 plus 2 gives you negative 28 over 5 times 3. We can put it over 1. Divided by 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10 over 4. Okay, so when we times with fractions, we times at the top, we times at the bottom. So negative 28 times 3 gives you negative 84 over 5 times 1 gives you 5, divided by 10 over 4. What is my rule here when I divide? Divide, change to times, and then they switch. Okay, so it's going to be negative 84 over 5 times 4 over 10. And then I know what to do when I times. I times at the top, I times at the bottom. Negative 84 times 4 gives me negative 336 over 50. And if I put that in on my calculator, yours will give you negative 168 over 25. And if you press Shift and the SD button, it will give you negative 6 and 18 over 25. Okay, so there's number 1, A. Now number C. Remember you guys, if I go too quick, please pause the video. Negative 4 and 1 over 5 times negative 15 over 6 divided by 3 and 2 over 3. Remember, we can't have this. We can't have mixed numbers. So I'm going to times and plus before I do anything. So 5 times negative 4 plus 1 gives you negative 19 over 5 times negative 15 over 6. You guys, please remember that when we've got fractions, it doesn't matter where the negative is if there's only one. It can be in front, at the top, or at the bottom, as long as it's there. Okay, divided by 3 times 3 is 9, 10, 11 over 3. Okay, again, multiplication at the top and at the bottom. Negative 19 times negative 15 gives you 285. Where's my negatives now? Negative times a negative becomes a positive. 5 times 6 gives you 30 divided by 11 over 3. What is my rule with divide? I'm not allowed to divide. I have to change it to a times. So 285 over 30 times 3 over 11. Times at the top, times at the bottom. 285 times 3 gives you 855 over 330. And that gives you 57 over 22, which gives you 2 and 13 over 22. Okay. Number E. Negative 2 and 3 over 7 plus 1 and 8 over 5 minus negative 1 and 3 over 5. Again, minus plus, times plus, times plus, times plus. So it's going to be negative 14 plus 3 gives you negative 11 over 7 plus 8, 19, 11, 12, 13 over 5 minus negative 5 plus 3 gives you negative 2 over 5. Okay, so I've got negative 11 over 7 plus 13 over 5, and a negative gives me a positive 2 over 5. Now, grade 9s, am I allowed to plus and minus when my denominators are not the same? Remember, when I times and divide, I can do anything, okay? They are the power couple, I can do anything with it. But if I plus and I minus numbers, it has to be families. The surnames, the denominators have to be the same. Do you see that these two's denominators are the same? So if you want to, you can add them. Then you're going to have negative 11 over 7 plus 15 over 5. But let's do it as it is here. I'm going to times my 7 with a 5. And what I do at the bottom, I do at the top. And my 5 with a 7. To make the denominators the same. So I'm going to have negative 55 over 45. I mean 35, sorry. plus 13 times 7 is 91 over 35 plus 14 over 35. If you like to, because the denominators are the same, you can write them all as 1. Because remember, when we plus and minus, we do not change the surname. Surname stays the same. So negative 55 plus 91 plus 14 gives me 50 over 35, which gives me 10 over 7, which gives me 1 and 3 over 7. Okay. Number G. 3 and 2 over 11 times negative 1 over 12 plus 4 and a quarter. Okay, remember, first of all, I go and I change all mixed numbers into improper fractions. 33, 34, 35 over 11 times, bless you, Lily, negative 1 over 12 plus 16, 17 over 4. Okay, Bodmas tells me I must do my brackets first. And my brackets has a verb of plus. And the verb of plus means my denominators have to be the same. Do I need to times 12 with 4 and 4 with 12? No, because 4 can go to 12. You don't want two big numbers. 4 times what gives you 12? Times 3. So I'm just going to times with 3 on this side. So this stays the same. 35 over 11, it just goes along with the right. Negative 1 over 12 plus 17 times 3 gives you 51 over 12. So 35 over 11 times negative 1 plus 50 gives you 50. So times 50 over 12. Now the verb is times, so I timed at the top, I timed at the bottom. My denominators do not have to be the same with times and divide. Remember, times and divide do whatever they want. So 35 times 50 gives me 1,750 over 132. Which gives me 875 over 66. Which gives me 13 and 17 over 66. Okay, there's number G. Number I. My dog is looking at me like I'm crazy. And my cat is just somewhere asleep. Oh, cutie. Okay, number I. 4 and 4 over 5 times 5 and 7 over 9 divided by 6 and 8 over 9. Remember, I have to go in times and plus, times and plus, times and plus. 4 times 5 gives you 20. 20 plus 4 is 24 over 5. Times 5 times 9 is 45. 45 plus 7 gives you 52 over 9. Divided by 6 times 9 is 54. Plus 8 gives you 62 over 9. Again, now I've got times here. So 24 times 52 gives you 1,248 over 5 times 9 is 55. Divide by 62 over 9. Divide tells me something's going to happen. So it's going to be 1248 over 45 times 9 over 62. So it will be 11,232 over 2,719. And 11,232 yeah, divide by 2790 gives you 624 over 155, which gives you 4 and 4 over 155. Okay. Almost done. 3 more to do. K, M, and O. K is 5 and 3 over 7 divided by 2 and 10 over 14. I'm going to have to times and plus. 5 times 7 is 35, 36, 37, 38 over 7. Divide by 28, 38 over 14. Divide tells me something needs to happen. So 38 over 7 times 14 over 38. 532 over 7 times 38 gives you 266. So 532 divided by 266 gives you a big total of 2. Okay, number M I want you to look at now. Very carefully, please. Number M gives me the square root of a quarter plus 4 over 9. Remember, this counts as a bracket, so we first have to do what is under the root. Can I add these together? No, I cannot. So I'm still keeping the square root because I haven't taken it away yet. But to plus them, the surnames have to be the same. The denominators have to be the same. So I'm going to times with 9 and I'm going to times with 4. So 1 times 9 gives me 9. 4 gives me 36 plus 16 over 36. Okay, the square root stays there. I have not used the square root yet. 9 plus 16 gives you 25. 36 stays 36 because it is an addition sum, so the surname stays the same. Now I'm going to use the square root. But it's a fraction, so it's 2 numbers. So basically, we're going to do the square root of 25 and the square root of 36 on its own. So the square root of 25 is 5 and the square root of 36 is 6. And there's your final answer. It's not difficult. Don't try and complicate it for yourself. Just do it step by step. Okay, last one of this page. Number O gives you negative 45 over 8 times 4 over 5 squared divided by 12 over 7. So now we're going back to BODMAS. You guys remember, they're not going to tell you to do BODMAS. BODMAS is a math rule. It has to always apply. So we have to do brackets first. There's no sums for brackets. And then the next one is O for of. But there's a power of 2. So I'm going to have negative 45 over 8 times. Now this counts as 4 to the power of 2 over 5 to the power of 2. So this power of 2 is applying for both of them. So 4 squared gives you 16. 5 squared gives you 25 divided by 12 over 7. And now it's the same as all the other sums that we've done. We've times at the top. So it's going to be negative 45 times 16 gives you negative 720. 8 times 25 gives you 200 divided by 12 over 7. The divide tells me lights are going on. I know something must happen. So negative 720 over 200 times 7 over 12. So negative 720 times 7 gives you negative 5040 over 200 times 12 gives you 2,400. Negative 5040 divided by 2,400 gives you negative 21 over 10, which gives you negative 2 and 1 over 10. Okay, so there is your page number 6, all done. I will see you now for page number 7.